Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Studio 44. I have another awesome Stadium Extravaganza video for you. The only reason I know it's going to be awesome is because there are so many familiar names who submitted stadiums for this video, and I can't wait to show them to you. So let's get right into it. We're going to start this video out on a beautiful July evening in Rochester, New York, in somewhere USA. Has an altitude of 2,500 feet. This is BEP Mountain Park. It comes to us from Sid 2071. This is the stadium he wanted me to show a while ago, and I couldn't find it. I'm sorry, Sid. But I have it now, so I wanted to get right into it first. And right away, I'm noticing an anomaly. So I hope that works out for you in games. They are behind the batter's eye. So a lot of times that works. I did play a game with whose stadium was it? Jace 155 Stadium or Jace Schiff that had a batter's eye covering one of those small batter's eyes, and unfortunately, it did not keep the batter's eye when I try to play a game with the Ricky Davis League All Stars. I do have a couple games of highlights recorded from the Ricky Davis All Stars using your guys' stadiums, and I can't wait to show them to you. I like right field again using the luxury suites right in that castle type building. What is this building called anyway? Oh, it's a grand factory. It's grand. But yeah, Mark used this concept in his stadium. He is in the process of creating his uniforms for the Sitka Grizzlies. I'm not sure he's seen Murph's. I don't think I have either. I haven't even checked out Murph's repairs for anomalies. Oh, I like the left field wall of the Western Supply Company building. That looks cool. Blending in the luxury seats right into it so people are sitting down in there. Very, very nice. And then you have more anomalies lining up the wall out here. Yeah, it looks so good. I said it in the last video. I miss anomalies. What can I say? Anomaly free is not for me. And guess what? That is now officially a shirt you can order right here from Studio 44's store. Right, link to my YouTube page. I guess it needs a couple days to process, but it's all set up. I have a bunch of stuff, some mugs. I have some mouse pads, coasters, hats. Do I have a hat? I don't know if I made a hat yet. But I got a hoodie, a couple just Studio 44 shirts with the new logo on it. Thank you to the folks at Fiverr. This looks really cool, spinning around like this angle. The seats behind home plate and around the base paths are very clean. I like this section of seating coming down into that quirky home run fence area, and then you got luxury seats above that. I have to say, I think this is one of my favorite things about building a stadium is finding fun places to put luxury seats. I like how we closed off the stadium with a bunch of signs, old school and new school scoreboards. Very nice. Sid 2071. Sorry this took so long to get here, buddy. But like I said, I just couldn't find it. Oh, this is an interesting use of the new roof. It's kind of like a canopy to, or an awning? Canopy? Awning? Roof? As entrance gates to the stadium. I dig it. Then you got some little villages or cities out here with a parking lot, giant parking lot. Very nice indeed. Wow, even with these outside the stadium, the field looks pretty dim. Very nice. Sid 2001. I didn't realize that Snack Shack sign lit up so much. I mean, I guess you can't see it up close, but from far, it looks kind of lit up. But he's got new concession stands and old concession stands built right in there. Very nice. Everybody's in line, checking out what they want. Or there's people watching from this concourse area. I dig it. Oh, he's got two old school scoreboards up here. Very nice. I like all these steps that takes you back behind. with more concessions. Fantastic. Huge scoreboard in left. Steve Stewart will be pounding balls off that thing. All right, Sid, 2071. Again, my apologies for the mix-ups. Don't know why I couldn't find it, but here it is for you, buddy. Okay, next up, we have Fury Sniper giving us another stadium. Actually, I think it's the same stadium that I premiered in the video that's going to premiere later after recording this video. It's 6:13 right now. I think I said at 9:15 premiere time for the last one. So he made some tweaks to Old Nation Field M43 version. It's in New Holland, Michigan. Has an altitude of 785 feet, built in 2026. And he says that he's tweaking the stadium. It's supposed to be based on the great IPA in the town of New Holland, Michigan, where it's brewed. And already I can recognize some changes. You got the blast porch, which I love. I love this just big wall of luxury seating. I tried to do that myself. I wasn't really happy with it. This is way back in, I think, the first version of the game. But he pulled it off really nicely here. Whoops, I opened the wrong window. And I like the Old Nation blast porch built right into that wall of luxury seats. People are hanging out up here, and here's where you can get that M43. As I said in the last video, I've never been much of a drinker, especially beer. Beer is, I don't get it. I just don't get it. It tastes like pepper. I don't know. I'm always the odd one out at the poker games. Dude, you're not drinking? This is a weird curly. Oh, no, these guys are out watching the game. These guys are in line. Still kind of curling out in towards the field. I like how this, you got the curvy road, you know, as opposed to just like a straight road, which you often see behind the home run fences in the stadiums. Big section of bleachers, I remember, with the brick steps. Looks very nice. Looks very nice. Then a bunch of concessions and some bathrooms and a second deck. Are you reaching that second deck? 320? Maybe not in the game. Maybe in a home run derby, the way the ball flies here. Oh, this is a cool place to put the custom jersey signs. I like that. Don't forget you can get a custom shirt of Studio 44s. Stay tuned. Link right in my YouTube channel. Now, this is one thing that I didn't really touch on enough in the last video. I love this huge, tall wall / deck. Gives you like a 4-level team store, and then you got like a restaurant area in here or a luxury seating area in here. And then on top of that all is the deck. I did not appreciate that enough my first time looking at it. So I'm glad to take another peek at this stadium and express a little bit more fully how much I like that section. It looks really cool. So Fury Sniper, very, very nice, sir. I like this corner too. Is this different? I don't remember this. Another team store, okay. In the corner, you got the Wrigley building with people standing on the steps or bleacher section, whatever you would call that. I like this deck that has kind of like 2 layers. Excellent. Huge scoreboard again. Scoreboards all over the place. I dig it. Yeah, something about, I was excited to try that batter's eye when I first saw it, but now that it's so much bigger and you notice all the cracks in it. That city out in right center field looks really cool with the curved road and the bridge. Yeah, I don't know if I dig the weird like little gaps. But you went through and you labeled all your dimensions, which is absurd that we have to do, but it looks good. Fury Sniper with Old Nation Field M43 version. Thank you, sir. Look for, oh, I didn't mention the road signs. That's pretty cool. What are these, like seating sections or like, oh, the subway lines maybe? That looks cool under there. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Fury Sniper. Look forward to seeing more from you soon. Looks like we have another stadium from Dan Boy V3. This is Buffalo Bayou Park in Houston, Texas. Has an altitude of 100 feet, and it was built in the year 2024. And right field is sticking out to me. This, Dan, great idea. I love using that facing off the concourse out here. Dan, you, that looks amazing. Great idea. If you're new to the channel, I get mad like that when you guys think of cool stuff that I don't. So it's good when I get mad like that. For Dan, not for me. That looks so good. I love it. Great idea. And then it has like a little, so it gives you like a little, Dan. Oh, what is it with you, Dan? Sandman Dan has made me mad a lot too. I love this corner with a little fountain in here and a nice little concourse, a brick concourse. And then I like this too, using different surfaces to kind of mix things up, decorate it up a little bit more. And then you got the train tracks. I'm guessing it's for the ivy and the arches down here. Very, very nice indeed. And you got the seat indicators doubling as entry gates. And then over in right field, you got some fun targets with 3 layers of seating. I feel like I've done this stadium before. Have I? No, because I would have recognized this. But this rings a bell. Is this a different? Hold on, let me look at the notes. Runs right in the heart of downtown Houston, Texas. The name is dedicated to the many nicknames Houston has. Unfortunately, I did not implement an actual Bayou in this build. However, the name is dedicated to the real Bayou here in H-Town. Thanks. I seem to remember a similar build. Maybe it's from you, damn boy. But I remember like the statues being right between bleachers and then a level of bleachers surrounding the Plaza Luxury. I don't know. Hit it here on top of the roof. I love it. Yeah, right field is fun. A bunch of concessions and a little party area back here. This building's being used a lot now for that roof. Smart. Oh, I like the escalator on the side too. Huge. Oh, that looks really cool. And then underneath, some Texas barbecue, of course, and some sandwiches. How do people say it weird? I don't know. Sammy's. Tom Haverford calls them Sammy's. More statues out here on this brick concourse. I like the little scoreboard and the Player Alliance sign in the storage area. Pretty standard around and behind. Excellent work, Dan boy. I'm so mad about that. I'm going to steal that idea, man. I'm sorry. Well, I've said it before. I'll say it again. I should call it borrow. I'm going to borrow that idea. I mean, that's why Sewell calls his series Stadiums That Inspire, right? You guys inspire ideas for him. I like surrounding the batter's eye with the scoreboard. That's pretty cool. Can you see the scoreboard from here? Yep, you certainly can. Fun. Then he also used the end caps, I see, as a longer fence. Smart. See, I wish we could had like this, just this part as a nice long fence. So when you have like sections like this where there's no fence or the home run fence in front of you, you can just make a nice big long, you know, and you don't want it to look like a chain link fence. And the one fence with the big post in the middle of it, those square posts, it'd be nice if we just had a nice long fence like this. I remember, was it last year or 2 years ago? I don't know. I remember getting an email from SDS asking for like a survey, like what can improve the game. And I gave him my whole spiel about Stadium Creator. And it didn't do a whole lot of good except for I think I included standing room fans in that. I definitely didn't ask for road signs. All right, Damn Boy V3. I love it. Left field looks really good. That higher bleacher section above the concourse and using the aqueduct looking railroad station or railroad track looking thing. I keep wanting to say railroad station. Oh, this is cool. He covered the arches of the stairs with the sign. That's smart. That looks good. Damn Boy. He's been busy. Feel like I've been showing a lot of his stadiums lately too. Great work, sir. Thank you. Next up, we have Shays 2525. I believe we've seen a couple stadiums from him. He gives us Three Sisters Ballpark in Sisters, Oregon, I think it was. I think OR is Oregon, right? I mean, what other state could OR be? 3,182 feet, built in the year 2024. He says this is a fictional neighborhood park in the real city of Sisters, Oregon, and it has its name because of the three mountains in right field. So I'm guessing that's 1, 2, and 3. The rest of these are the normal city or the scenery. Oh, look at the big park back here in this little neighborhood. I get a what's that episode of South Park where they have to go to one of those historical places where they're in character? Now, Skeeter, you know, canoes. Flashy canoes. Wait, are these flashy? No, those are normal canoes, aren't they? Yeah, canoe common. All right. Oh, there's some cows back here eating. All right, cool. Beautiful scenery. A couple ball fields in the back. A little village back here. I took us out of the stadium to start. Sorry about that. But this whole area gives me a vibe of those old-timey places where they have to talk like they're in the 1800s or whatever. There's a little playground in the park. Some folks are watching their kids play. Oh, there's another playground right now. There's an episode of South Park. Do we have a lot of South Park fans? I reference out. Oh, look at this. This looks amazing. This custom bleacher section behind home plate. Out frickin' standing. What is this building? Why don't I recognize? This is like from like day one, right? This bridge or roof or whatever. Shays, this is outstanding. Was this in Sewell's contest? Like the neighborhood contest? Is that one still going on? Please accept my apologies, Sewell. I think it's still going on, right? This is outstanding. I love this. Look at all the tedious work that must have went into making those steps. My dear Lord. I got to find it. I got to find the person who's going to give me an animation. Maybe in the fall or later into summer school. I'm going about a month without a paycheck thanks to the way our new pay structure is going on. Twice a month. I haven't worked since June 26th, in which I got like a half a paycheck, and now I'm not getting my first summer school paycheck until July 30th. So it's going to be lean at the Sherman house for a while. Wow. But I need my stamp. I need to have it. Go to Pond 5 or Fiverr. Yeah, Pond 5 is music. Fiverr is where I got my logo done. They can do animations for you. I want an animation of a stamp going right in the screen saying Stadium of the Year candidate. And these normally aren't my kinds of stadiums. I usually, because I don't use these. I use them, I'm doing like a major league level franchise. So I don't use stadiums like this. You're going to be putting balls in here a lot. Rocking the flags out on that little scoreboard. This is absolutely fantastic. Shays 25. Beautiful. Stadium of the Year candidate. I'll have to go back and watch the contest now. Was it because if this wasn't in it, Shays it should be. So a reminder, if you're not subscribed to Sewell 21, his channel Stadium Center, do it. Right after this video, though. Watch this video first, then go. He was telling people last night in his stream to leave his stream and go check out my stadium. Psh, bruh. Finish what you're doing first, then check me out. Oh, we got to turn the lights on. I like the sisters taking up the space above the scoreboard. Excellent. Yeah, I'm blown away, Shays. This is not my kind of stadium. This one and who was it? Was it Al Pickles who made that little park that I really loved? It had like a lake that like curled around. Freaking gorgeous. Boom. Just put that boom, that stamp right there that comes down. Stadium of the Year candidate. Fantastic work, Shays. I don't know what else to say about it. It's beautiful. Let me take a look down the third baseline real quick. Excellent. You built like you closed everything off with the wood to make it look more like they all are part of one thing. So good. Little farmhouse, little barn. You got the brew-hoo-hoo. Doesn't look too deep out here either. Is this a template? Yeah, it's a preset. Let's see, 325. Okay, yeah, you're putting balls in that water. I like how this jolts back like this. Shays 25. Definitely my favorite stadium of the year so far. Excellent work. I'm blown away. We have another stadium from Studio 44's oldest and dearest friend, Blue Cross Blue Shield Park from East Side Greg, or you may know him as Frankie Q if you've ever watched the live stream by myself or Sewell, or if you've been at either of our premieres. He's always there, always commenting, always seems to enjoy the videos. Frankie Q, love this stadium, buddy. You got the Buffalo Barons. This is supposed to be for an expansion team in Buffalo. 309 down the line. I hope this scoreboard is protected by some kind of screen because, my lord, this thing is going to get wailed on. I like the home run deck in foul territory, looking cool with people sitting on the deck. Beautiful. I like the seating behind. I like the hit it here sign right above the batter's eye, blended into the brick. And this is that new building, right? I think two of them maybe put together. No? Okay. I love this section. This is great. You don't see this building used very much. But it's perfect because it's got its own railing and people are hanging out here. And then right above it, you have another. What building did you use for the top? Oh, it's the Western Metal Supply. Okay. All right, Frankie. Perfect spot for the scoreboard section or the sign section. Man, I can't talk today. Listen, I got so little sleep. I knew it would come up. Last night, midnight, my wife's giving me crap. You should come to bed. Your schedule's going to get off again. I was so close to being done with editing the video that's going to premiere later tonight. I get to the last video, okay? And I'm talking, I already blended it together. I have the special effects, to transition into one stadium from the next. I edited out a bunch of my badgering that I tend to do. And the internet goes out. And for some stupid reason, the editing software that I use needs internet. This is 1 o'clock in the morning. All I want to do is finish this last thing, get it uploading while I'm sleeping, and go to bed. But no. Reset the router, reset the modem, blah, 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 blah. Reset the computer. 2 hours later, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm on the phone with Spectrum trying to get my internet fixed. They're rebooting things. They get it back up. Oh, it's up, but there's a weak signal. It'll probably go out again. It goes out again. So I want to say long story short, but I've probably already talked too much. They'll tell me, 8 o'clock, someone will be there between 8 and 9 o'clock. So it's 3 o'clock in the morning, so I got 5 hours to sleep. But no, I have to get up at 6 to give my dog his insulin shot. So little sleep. I get up at 8 after getting up at 6 to give the dog his shot. Don't I get a phone call saying, they're backed up an hour, so instead of 8 to 9, it'll be 9 to 10. I get another text this time. Instead of 9 to 10, they'll get here from 10 to 11. 11 o'clock, they show up, and they finally get the internet going. So instead of recording videos and maybe even live streaming like I planned doing all day, I had to sleep. And I didn't get much sleep. But I like back here, too. Everything is so compact. I'm sorry, Frankie. Yours is the last stadium that deserves a Phil rant. Oh, boy. I hope you enjoyed my last Phil rant. I think you guys will agree with me on a lot of this because I see a lot of Facebook posts about how the stupid Apple and Peacock and all these other people want to take games. They want to have a game of the week. Oh, yeah, if you want to see the Yankee game, you got to subscribe to Apple TV. No, I'm not going to subscribe to Apple TV for one Yankee game. A couple of years ago, yes, maybe I do that. But after seeing the Yankees blow so many seasons, I'm over making sure I catch every game. This is a great idea, using the plaza level seating down low and then fill in the gap with bleacher. It would be nice if you could fill the gap with a smaller, fancier seating section because you see a lot of those now in the newer stadiums. They want the seats closer to the field to be nice and small but fancy, you know? So I feel like they need to give us that. What did you do to make these look different? Am I missing something here? Why do these look so different? Is it just because of the lighting? It must be. They're in the shadows. It's the same prop, right? Yeah, they look normal over here. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? It's like white. Yeah, you take them in here, they look normal. Okay. All right, weird. Frankie, excellent. Buffalo Barons. I mean, even with the renovations they did to host the Blue Jays for those couple of years, they still need more seating and better lighting. And I think they had like clubhouses set up and like a tent out in right field or something. But nice little fake buffalo surrounding the stadium. Very nice indeed, Frankie. Excellent work, sir. Next up, we're heading down to Florida where we have Lakeside Diamonds by our good friend Mogo Pens. This is in Fort Lauderdale, has an altitude of 166 feet, and it was built in 2024. I like center field right off the bat. I get a Camden. There's that building again. Is that, wait, no, that's a different one, isn't it? But yeah, great idea. Very nice. Kind of a custom building and then using that to top it off. Beautiful. Then you got some fancy plants, some kids under umbrellas. Very nice. And then you got the docks back here. The nice little tugboat. Water surrounding the whole thing. Beautiful. What do we got over here and right? We got that new building serving as an entrance to this concourse. Or this deck. Excellent idea with the folks over here on the statue surrounding the stairs. Excellent. Little bleacher section and looks like a custom bullpen. Fantastic. Using the minor league seating and kind of blending it in for luxury seating. Excellent. Very nice. Down and around and behind. A custom broadcast booth, official scores booth, whatever. Looks excellent. Or luxury seating, of course. It could be like a party deck. Oh, looks really good too. Pita Pit, Tim Hortons, burgers, and then the mural. Excellent. This looks really... You guys have blown me away with the concession stands today. Gorgeous work. Man, I love doing this. This is so fun. Hey, there they are, the water jug. Water jug pillars. Excellent. Looks good, right? It'd be nice if they're a little thicker, but it still looks good. And then more concessions up here. Did we look at these prices? Oh, you can't even read those. Red Cult Field Verdants Rookie? I need my glasses. Kyle's cousin Kyle? No. Oh, dear. I don't like to go sledding because it's cold on my hands. Excellent, excellent work. I like this concourse, too, this little deck up here with more concessions and a big scoreboard. There's the building. There it is right there. Yeah, can't get away from this building. And the way you guys find new creative ways to use it. It's like different in every ballpark. Excellent. And then I like the field level concourse. Beautiful work. And then this one's built, the grill's built right into that custom building. Fantastic. Mogul pens. I love it. Flip that light switch. Let's see what we're looking at. I checked out Frankie's in the Dark, didn't I? I hope so. Excellent work, my friend. Mogul Pens, I'm sure you'll see him in a premiere or a live stream as well. He likes to duck in and say, hey. Excellent work. So many cool little features in the stadium. I love it. Thank you, sir. Hope to see more from you soon. All right, folks. I figured it was time. It's complete. Here it is. The future ballpark at the Moonshot Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. Has an altitude of 2,500 feet, built in 2024, and it comes to us from some douchebag named Peebs212344. I did my best to use new props or new seating, but keep the original feel of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. I tried to get a new building over here, and I just couldn't find one I liked. But what I did do differently is hid these big balconies on the side, and I think it looks much better, to the point where I changed it in the real version of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. I have a deck on top of the scoreboard with the replicator guys. I ran out of memory, so I don't have people lined up. I could probably take guys out of here because you can't see them and put them in line for the replicator vending machines or whatever you call those. I kind of blended the two facings. I used the Lazy River in spots, and I used the one building that I've used in the past that I've seen other people do. And it's just hard to get super creative and curvy and bendy with this as a base for your stands. But one thing I was really happy with how it turned out was these guys. They blend right in under here, and it looks like they belong. So I was very happy with those. And I used that around here, too. I tried to keep, the luxury seating close to the field again. This time I gave them little tables to chill at, and there's little windows. And I separated the sections with a piece of concourse. And then over in the corner, I went with the hill but instead of anomalies, obviously, because they'll disappear. But I hate all this dead space. But when you're playing in a game, you don't really notice it. But I kind of like that. Just something a little bit different. Having people standing out, chilling out on the hills, as opposed to some weird seating section. But I don't know if I'll keep it. In the corner, I have the new building. It's not in the future update, but I really like how this turned out. I was trying to build like a stack of these over here to use instead of this building, but I ended up liking how they looked back here and up on top. And I did find use for the roads, my track for the retractable roof. And I think this building is perfect to use as a retractable roof. I loved it. So I went with it. And I can't get over how good this looks. I really like this. I think I am going to take you over to the other version real quick. But I saw someone else do this, flip the roof around, and I think it made sense to use that instead of the old school roof that I usually used. I hate all this mess that it leaves in there, but I like how that looks. I stole Sewell's idea of making fours. So that's how I labeled my dimensions. And I cheated. I think this is 348, but there's no good 8, so I just made it 349. I mean, does that matter, right? In left field, you have Club 44. Again, this is the main thing because he did what, Studio 44 in one of his places, in one of his stadiums. And so I stole that idea for Club 44, so I don't have to spell out 44 anymore. Saved me a bunch of memory. And I have it labeled twice. I went back to the stands or the bleachers behind the Lazy River. I forgot about the Lazy River. What do you think? Do they look like they're on rafts? Look, these guys are in line to get in. Oh, these two are supposed to be working there. They're like 13. Oh, man, I'm sorry. What do you think? I originally used the trash cans. I used these trash cans, but they were too small. Oh, boy. I just got tired of seeing no one in the Lazy River, But I probably should have made it longer like I did in the actual version of the Moonshot Casino, but I didn't. I like the row of bushes. I always liked how that looked. And then up here, this is an anomaly that works. I've played games. I've done home run derbies. This stays. And I love how that turned out. I hid a lot of the structure of the hill, the Texas Rangers hill. And I originally had stands on both sides, but I couldn't get it where I was happy enough. I wanted it to curl around, but it just didn't look right. So I went with the roof. And then, I like my row of seats below the scoreboard. And then again, I blended in the luxury seating underneath to create more. And then this is the new Hit It Here. I put the Hit It Here Cafe on it and 2 in the Rover. I have yet to hit it, believe it or not. And then I put the Alien in front of this, which is now a new entrance to Club 44, which is all under here and back here. And then a new feature to the Moonshot Casino is the Stadium Center party deck. And that frickin' C always goes away. Yes, I found another. Let's try this. I have enough memory for it. I'm going to put 2 C's here, see what happens then. But I found another use for the road signs. As you can see, this is a yield sign, and these are the no left turn, no right turns. I couldn't find another way to make a home plate for the home plate in his logo. So there you go, Sewell. I finally returned the favor. There's now a section dedicated to Stadium Center in the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. It's the Stadium Center party deck right here. Ooh, and that leads me to the luxury seating above the party deck. I wanted to keep it looking futuristic, So, these are kind of bland. So I just took those blockade things and lined them up. And from a distance, I think it looks pretty cool. So I went with it. And I used them to surround the alien. I probably should have used the rope. That new rope. What is that called? That you have the rope to make lines. I forgot what you called that. Right field, same thing. I probably should have used the rope instead of this fence, but I mean, I got it looking pretty good, so I guess I kind of forgot about it. But right field's fairly different, in normal versions of the Moonshot Casino. But I like it. I originally had concessions over here, the new concessions, one of these guys. But I was pretty happy with the way right field turned out. So, yeah, there's lots of little levels to hit as far as targets. What I really don't like about the stadium is behind home plate. Maybe I could do without those. Probably save me up a lot of memory too. But, I figure this is the broadcast booth and the official scores and all that. But I don't know. I just wanted something different behind home plate. And then this is supposed to be covered. If you use the stadium for whatever reason, just don't go back here. Just pretend that doesn't exist. I got to find a way to clean up these lights too, because they're just hanging. So that's what I kind of mean when you talk about clean stadiums. You shouldn't have stuff dangling like this. Come on, Philly, do better. And then right field, I just added a layer of upper decks, just 3, I guess. Or not right field, the third baseline. Jeez. And I brought back the window with the. I always liked that idea. I like that concept of the UFO kind of sticking out of both sides. So I brought that back, but put it in foul territory. So, yeah, there it is. I've been talking about it forever. I told myself I was going to get it done. I finally got it done. I have a new system for editing where I can be on the game, because mainly what I want to edit is my my trips of the tongue. My slips of the tongue, trips of the tongue? I don't know. So if I listen to myself and find out, where those goofs are while I'm working on the game, I can get more done and, get to play more games and make more stadiums and get all that stuff done. So there it is, folks. The future version of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. I try to keep it clean on the outside. I use the new things as a pillar to hold up the roof. It's so hard to light up right center field, because if you move this guy just a smidge towards center field, it reds out. Unbelievable. So, yeah, there it is. Future version of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. I like it so much, I think I'm going to go back and forth between this one and the real one this season in the Ricky Davis League. So let's go over there real quick, just because there's a couple changes. So here's the real ballpark at the Moonshot Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, 2,500 feet, built in 2022, blah, 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 blah. Thanks to Sewell's Club 44 discovery, I was able to get rid of some letters. Those are expensive, and change things up a little bit to, add some new features to the ballpark. See, now in this version, I really like having the pool. I don't think I made a pool. I started with a pool, didn't keep it. And I like having the lazy river. Well, that doesn't do that anymore. Okay. I thought this curled around. I guess not. It's just a regular lazy river with nobody poking through umbrellas. I got rid of seating in here and just made it a little deck. And some people are standing out here. Added the entrance. And then what else did I do? Oh, this is the main thing. The hotel. I think it looks so much better just blended together and not having the one long balcony on each thing. So yeah, I really like how that looked. And then now Stadium Center is forever a part of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino, with the party deck on the roof of the luxury seats in right field. yeah, I mean, I guess I don't remember much about what I switched. I feel like everybody's seen that. I know I closed this off a little bit more to make it look a little cleaner, hosting the broadcast booths and official scoring and all that. This all looks the same. This is my favorite part, I think, about this version. I really like the row of this building to make it look like this is a casino part. It's wide open to the field, so people playing poker in there, can watch from their table. So, yeah. I think I changed the scoreboard. I went a little bit smaller when I changed center field up with this hotel building being blended together. I had to change that up. I got rid of one of these decks that curled around like over here. This one curved. I got rid of one of those. So I think those are the main things. So, yeah, we don't need to spend a lot of time in there. But I'll flip the lights on real quick. I'm pretty happy with both versions, so I can't make up my mind which I like better. What do you guys think? Let me know. Comments in the premiere or after you watch the video. Which version of the Moonshot Casino do you like the best? I will be definitely using both. That needs to be my desktop pattern or my black screen. All right, moving on to the part you guys really care about, your stadiums. We're going to stay in Las Vegas for Tri-Towers Park, NA. This is from RC4625 or 4625, maybe. I believe we've seen stadiums from this creator before. Has an altitude of 5,255 feet, built in 2020. And in the thumbnail, the first thing I recognized was the bridge. This is cool. Is this like a tunnel bridge? Oh, no, it comes off the bridge. All right, so is this like a walkway to walk across the bridge? That's pretty cool. And you got a football stadium in the background and this custom tower. Looks like 3 towers covering the lighthouse. That means you got the... Oh, here's the deck. Well, look at all this. Holy crap. Coming right up to the stadium with the concession stand built right in. Only 300 feet behind. Look at that, using the same concept, using different letters, flipping them around to make them look like numbers, and then using the barrier to create a home run line. Excellent. Hall of Fame circle, and blended in the arches. Excellent. And then more arches back here. Look at all this going on. Fantastic. You got some waterfalls over here in left. The statue right in the middle of it. Or we didn't call it a statue, right? A sculpture. That's right. It's a sculpture. Then a home run deck. More waterfalls. Beautiful. And then this field level seating curls all the way around. I like this building. This building is... I like the pillars on it. If you move this to the side like this, you got the pillars. And I like that. More of that big tower. Oh, look at this. I'm guessing this is to make this a retractable roof. Maybe so. Don't know. Oh, and then you got this funky thing. Is this part of the roof or is this a walkway? I don't know. RC4. Talk about outside the box. Nothing standard about this state. Holy crap, look at all this going on back here. Fantastic. Yeah, this building can make a good roof, right? I mean, it's big enough to cover the whole field. Give us a dome like that. That way, if we can't actually close the stadium off, at least we can give it the appearance of a dome without having to waste all of our memory throwing 80 gajillion buildings together. What is this, part of the football field? Oh, no, it's the same building. Doi. Doi Philly. Doi. Fantastic back here. I like that curved look a lot. And then people in the outfield have a nice big scoreboard to look at if they're looking in. All these guys can look at that big scoreboard. Then you got a big scoreboard hanging from this roof structure up here. Super cool. Nothing at all standard about this stadium. Looks cool from the roof, too. Let's see what he says in the notes. Is there any notes? He says this is an edit from a stadium that he had seen that a bunch of St. Louis arches in it originally. He tagged it as NA for no anomalies. He liked the idea of the large decks, but didn't like the lighthouses. Yeah, I get that big time. They don't make sense in Vegas. I was curious about this. He says he didn't want to take the time to place people all over the decks because there are huge decks where it would make sense to have people, but I get that. It can be tedious work. But obviously there's enough. Yeah, it's only 87% full, so anybody who downloads it can, take the time. Typically designed from the point of view that the scene from the batter's box is the best. I agree, yes. That's where you spend the most time, right? So that's important to make that look good. I agree. Don't usually worry about any outside of the scenery too much. I'm with you on that one as well. This particular stadium caused a lot of shadows during the games. That makes sense. Also features a very large facade behind home plate, which we took a good look at. The view from standing on the center tower behind the main scoreboard in center field and looking towards home plate is an impressive one, in my opinion. Excellent. Ryan, yeah, we've seen him in chats quite a bit. RC44625. Okay, please forgive me, guys, when I don't right away match your gamer tags with your YouTube IDs. It's been so fun, and I don't want to be that guy, but I want to read what he wrote. He wrote, first of all, I love what you do with Studio 44. It's fun seeing people's creativity, and honestly, your channel is what got me back into designing again since I hadn't done any stadium since the show 22. Thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate that big time because Harrison Sawyer did that for me. I used to, he used to have a video out every day almost. And on my lunch breaks at work, I would go and search for him and look at the new stadiums in there. And then he inspired me to want to do this. So that's the main reason I wanted to read that, is to give a shout out to Harrison Sawyer. I don't know if he's ever watched a video of mine before, but he's really the guy that got me doing this. So Harrison Sawyer, if you ever watch, thank you, because your videos do for me what Ryan says I'm doing for him. And it wasn't necessarily just Harrison Sawyer. It was everybody's stadiums. They care enough to take the time to fill out this form and send it to some YouTube creator so that they'll show it to people, because so many good stadiums get lost in the crap that is in the vault because of the way it's set up. So, Ryan, thank you for the kind words. Harrison Sawyer, thank you for inspiring me to do this. That's, like I said, that's the main reason I wanted to bring up that comment, because he really did the same thing. So much different, so much fun stuff going on in here. Excellent work, Ryan. I hope it's okay that I call you Ryan, because you're always at the premieres. You're always in Sewell streams. So I definitely see you in there now that I connect the names. Excellent, excellent work. So unique. Very, very nice indeed, sir. Thank you. Mo, 2179 or 2179 or 2179 made his debut, I believe, in my last video here in Studio 44. And now he sends us River Falls Basin in Knoxville, Tennessee. Has an altitude of 985 feet. Was built in 2024. And he tells me in the notes that it's inspired by Tuxlocks Otter Creek Field from MLB The Show 22 and 23. He wanted to create a build with a river-fed waterfall and visible drawbridge in the stadium. He also wanted to include the Clemente Bridge, and he likes how it lines up with the Tigers' batter's eye, creating a long path from the far side of the river to the right field stands and concourse. So let's take a look at that. It's over in the outfield. So there it is. There's the Clemente Bridge and the waterfall coming from the bridge. Excellent. Wow, that looks amazing. The steamboat's going by, and then across the river is the high and dry bleachers rooftop. Excellent. Beautiful out here. Yeah, the bridge kind of takes you right into the Tiger's batter's eye. And he curved it so it could do that. Excellent. Then you got a quirky right field with this concourse kind of making a triangle. And then there's bleachers coming down from in the higher concourse. And an upper deck seating with the fan stairs. And then using this building over here as part of the stadium. People are hanging out on the steps watching the game. You got a little restaurant area over here. Or a deck, anyway. Pretty standard around and behind. Save the scoreboard. That river looks so good with the Clemente Bridge. Oh, there's the flood zone. Excellent. Canoes! I'll do it every time I see a canoe now. Oh, boy. Don't forget, if you don't want any of my merchandise that's coming out soon, I ordered a couple things to display, to show you guys once the store is actually live. But if you don't like any of those, you can always rent a canoe from Phil's Flashy Canoes. Is it Phil's Flashy Canoe Rental in Sewell's latest ballpark? I know he's working on a new one since then, but oh, Sewell. Or whoever gave him that idea, I don't know, because it was during a stream, right? And I didn't happen to catch that part of it anyway. This whole area looks amazing. Nice work, Mo 2179. Skong! Stadium of the Year candidate. Turning the lights on. The city looks amazing. With the hospital and the Braves building. People chilling out on the roof. Can you see the stadium from back here? Must be able to, right? Let's see if I can get myself in the right spot. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Easily. Stupid cold drinks is in the way, but it's the fountain bar. Has that always been there like that? I didn't know that. Well, that makes sense to be right there then, doesn't it? This looks so good. Using this bridge and the water coming right in. Hid the green part. Fantastic. Mo 2179. I said it. I think I might do it if I can get myself to do it. September's often a busy time of year for me, but I would love to just put out a video of halfway here are your main Stadium of the Year candidates, at least in my opinion. I don't know how I'll do a Stadium of the Year contest come January this year, but the stadium is fantastic. Oh, there's people out here too. Way up here. Excellent. That would be so fun if you lived in an apartment building like this and you could see the game from your balcony. Crack the screen, close the screen, have the game on in the background, sit out here and, you have to feel a part of the game, right? Being so close where you can hear the crowd noise and the announcements and all that stuff. Super fun. I worked close enough to maybe hear the AAA stuff, but I mean, for the most part, when I'm working, there's no games. They call businessman specials. They'd play games at 11 o'clock in the morning at Innovative Field. Mo 2179. Excellent work, sir. Thank you so much for that stadium. Moving on to a creator who needs no introduction. It's our good buddy Archmage. He gives us the Palace of Fans in Cincinnati, Ohio. It has an altitude of 493 feet, and it was built in the year 1902. Is this like one of the first professional stadiums ever? Arch, you got to be pinching yourself right now, man. Making sure you're not dreaming. Turn of the century update. tomorrow morning. I am going to be on live, but what's funny about me announcing it that I will be on live tomorrow is the fact that you'll see that video before you see this one. Talk about quirky dimensions. Holy crap. Is this a real stadium? You got Fatima out here and ATG, All Time Gaming. That's your shout out, right, for your boy? Look at this. Burying the scoreboards to get the right signs up. Excellent. Custom built roof to this bleacher section out here. Quirky little corner. And hitting home run balls. People right there driving right down the street. You can hit the ball across the street in this one. How deep is it over here? 358. Okay. That's still a poke. It's got to be way deep over here. 448. Holy crap. What about right down the line? 411. Wow. So all your home runs are going to be to center field, which is only... it's still pretty far. 400. Right in dead center. So, yeah. You got to get the ball a poke. Probably hit a lot of inside the park home runs over here, especially for speedy runners. But there's 2 levels of bleachers around and behind the base paths. Arch finds a way. He's like what Jeff Goldblum says in Jurassic Park. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Arch finds a way. Yes, yes. I don't do a good Jeff Goldblum. I like to pretend I do, though. Oh, yes, yes, yes. A big home plate right on this building. What building is this? What the heck? You combined a bunch, it must be. Okay. Yeah, okay. This is the ice cream place, right? There's a deck on it. All right, I see. Wait, this isn't ice cream. It's a tree house that sits on the floor. But yeah, look at these pillars using the lights. Perfect. And then the fencing to create like a facade type situation. Excellent. Cincinnati in 1902. Were they the Red Stockings or just Reds? They were like the first professional team, right? The Reds. Isn't that why there's a tradition where the Reds opened up the season every year? For a while, anyway. Then, of course, you got some buildings around the stadium, giving the town an older feel. Very, very nice indeed. Older-looking lights that lit up the field better than the Moonshot Casino is lit up. And I got all those big fancy lights. Look at these tiny little things. Nicely done, Arch. We have more from him in the queue, and we will see more from him later. Always a pleasure to show your stadiums, my friend. But yeah, I mean, it has to be a recreation of a real stadium, right? For him to go through all this trouble to make this, right? He didn't leave me any notes, I don't think so. So, yeah, I assume it's a build of a stadium that already existed. I mean, it's so specific on the outside, and that little building is so specific, and the dimensions look pretty quirky, and it's just back in the day, they just built the stadiums based on the lot that they purchased for the stadium. And this is why a lot of guys didn't hit a lot of home runs, because they had freaking 400 feet gaps out there. All right. Well, thanks, Arch. You the man. And we'll see more from you very soon. Time for our daily dose of eggs. Texas eggs, that is. Texas Egg 75 has sent us Canyon Lake Park. It's in New Braunfels, Texas. Has an altitude of 855 feet. Was built in 2007. And he has no other notes. So we'll just dive right in. I love the quirkiness of left field bending in towards center and then back out towards right. That's fun. And then looking over left, water always grabs your eye. Can you handle the heat? Puck Pucks Chicken. That's from that new building, right? Yep. I can't handle the heat. I've never been a guy who likes hot stuff just for the sake of it being hot. I never got that. But little concession stand out here. A weird sidewalk. Looks using the snow prop. I like it. Oh, look at this. Oh, the panels are too high. The same thing, you can drive right up and use the ramps. There's a couple boats, canoes. Bunch of people hanging out in the canoes, hoping to catch a home run ball. Oh, and then we got big waterfall out here. Holy crap. Fantastic. There's a couple decks out here. Look at this. This is amazing. Over here, you got a line of luxury seats. Awesome. Be fun to hit the ball over this into the waterfalls. Maybe on a hop. How deep is it? 333. It's pretty standard, but still, you'd have to give one a good ride to get one over. Center field, 390, using the new batter's eye. I wonder if we'll get any new batter's eyes in the contemporary update. By the time you watch this video, you'll know. 332 down the line, so again, it's going to be tough to get one in that water. But it's doable. I like this little corner. And then minor league type situation, it looks like over here. With the raised field level seating behind home plate. Ooh, I like how you highlighted the San Diego studio sign there. Excellent. This is one of my favorite of yours, Texas Eggs. You always put out quality stuff. But this one is amazing. That waterfall and then the water over here in this little corner of the docks and the boats and the canoes. What is this? Oh, okay. It's the Western Metal Supply Company. All right. As always, a lot of work goes into outside of the stadium of Texas Eggs builds. Fantastic. Let's flip that light switch. It's probably the grass pattern I use the most. Again, I don't see why you have to have this random X in here of darker just to make it look less than perfect. And I don't like right down the lines. Turn the lights back off and we'll take a deep dive in here. Oh, the flags are part of the batter's eye, huh? I like the luxury seats above the batter's eye, too. Let's take a look behind here. Ooh, look, there's like a little pit in there. This looks great. Oh, you can go under the water. Woo! I'm guessing SDS. Oh, no, because he had maybe a bunch of the. I was going to say, I bet a fountain disappeared, but it looks like these maybe disappeared. Maybe there's a wall of those. The random stuff that just disappears in these builds. It's crazy. As you saw, my C's kept disappearing. But to no surprise, we have another great stadium from Texas Eggs. So thank you so much, sir. In your comments, you said, thank you for showing my stadiums. And I say, no, sir, thank you for sending them my way and making my videos better. Seems like it's been a while since we've seen one from Kamo Brew. This is Tri-Peak Field in Salt Lake City, Utah. Altitude of 4,265 feet, and it was built in 2024. And he said this is a unique stadium that he's using for a Utah expansion team. He says he finds that sometimes in games the lighting doesn't work, but if you turn the lights on from the pitcher's mound facing home, the mountain peak should light up. Okay. So already I like the quirky dimensions, the taller wall and left with all the windows, and picnic tables underneath, bunch of concessions in there. There's the grill serving hot dog, pretzels, chili. Pretty standard. Cinnarroll. Oh, I could go for a milkshake right about now. All you can eat? Has that always been like that? Which concession stand is that? Is it the one with the roof? Yep, okay. I guess I never really looked at that one closely enough. You got the cherry blossom trees surrounding the Batter's Eye, which is cool. I never realized how nice this building looks, but in the thumbnail, it looked really good. I never use this one very much. I never use this one. But he has added some balconies with some seats on them. Dig it. Dig it a lot. That's got to be a fun target. Then you got the double stacked bullpens out and right. Beautiful. Buddy M's hanging out over some bleachers, seats. And then, of course, pretty standard around and behind, except for right here, smack dab in the middle. This takes you out to a little courtyard with some escalators and turnstiles. Excellent. All right. Camo Brew. I have to force myself to say Camu, bro. Wait. See, I messed it up. Camo Brew, right? I want to say camo, bruh. Like, bruh. So from behind pitcher's mound, and if you hit the square button to turn them lights on, yes, the mountains do light up, surrounded by a couple big buildings. Very, very nice indeed. Ooh, I like that corner too. That deck in the corner. It's a universal problem, the corners, but this is dealt with very, very nicely with this big courtyard or concourse, whatever you want to call it. Parking garage back there. Hit it here sign over that first deck. Excellent. So if we turn the lights on, let's see if we see what he's talking about. Maybe it's only in a game. Yeah, it looks pretty lit. I mean, he's got lights all over the place that are lit up. Sometimes I'll add a new light and it won't light for whatever reason. But yeah, very quirky dimensions. Very fun. Camo Brew. Very nice indeed, sir. Thank you very much for the contribution. I'm not sure we've ever gone this deep before and introducing a new creator to Studio 44. This is Groveling Bump 06. He sends Lake Ellis Park my way. He would like you to check it out. It's in Rock Grove, USA, altitude of 3,000 feet, built in 1979. I was alive for most of the year 1979. Another beautiful park with a little lake coming off the back. Very nice. Very unique deck. Has you looking for different spots to hit what? Man, some of these boats are in trouble. And then you got those overhang thingies. People chilling out, watching behind the holes in the fence. This is beautiful. I wish you could do this with blue windows. Oh, look at this. He put a camera up right in the scoreboard. Smart. This corner looks fantastic as well. Throwing in those bushes. Then you got a little neighborhood back here. A couple concession stands along the docks. Then you got a play area. 3 different playgrounds. A couple umbrellas. Oh, this is fun. This little standing deck thing with bleachers on it. And then there's people underneath, people above. Fantastic. Another one of, I mean, I said it earlier. I'm just not into these little parks, but this is freaking gorgeous. Well done. Oh, I guess it's not a little park. Look at all this. Yeah, this could be a big league park. I mean, it seats 23,000. 3 decks behind home plate. Fantastic. Groveling Bump 06. Very nice with the lights on. Yeah, it's cool because like the outfield and left field and right field and they just have such a minor league feel to them, and then you get back behind here and boom, tons of seating. I like how the lower level kind of curls around, but the upper deck doesn't. That's sweet. Then you got the 2 concession stands down the third base line. Excellent. All right, welcome to Studio 44. You had a couple benches around this guy out here. Is this where you can like rent a boat or something maybe? Oh, I didn't realize they had this before with the little ramp to take you up to the main part of the docks. And is this like a boat launch? Fantastic. It looks gorgeous. Great, great work. Groveling bump 06. Here you go. I think that right there. No, right there. Just may well be our thumbnail. Oh, 102%. Man, you used it all, huh? Wow. Well, thank you and welcome to Studio 44. Sluggish Moth at 953 has a new stadium for us to check out. This is the Bull Ring in Mexico City, Mexico. Pretty much the max altitude, built in 2027, so be on the lookout in 3 years. Using the new batter's eye. I'm not sure I've seen one of these yet. What are these flowers anyway? How can they all be green? There's not a single different color in here. What do they spray paint them? But got the Mexico flag colors up here with the shipping containers and the marble. Great idea. Ooh, I like this hanging set of bleachers here. Oh man, I do not know Spanish. I don't know Spanish. You have to speak English. Bienvenido a la Ciudad de Mexico. Futuristic concession stands in the back with the little home run deck with the show concession stand on top. That looks really cool. And then hanging the sign off that as well, and people hanging out in front. Excellent. Sluggish Moth has some good stuff. I like this deck, adding the brick underneath. And these people are checking out the game from underneath that deck. Beautiful. I like the clubhouse on top of the team store too. Then the second deck looks like it goes all the way around. I'm getting dizzy. Whoa. Oh, man, I amuse myself. This right here gives me Jack Murphy Stadium vibes. Remember they had the palm trees standing in front of the bleachers in the outfield? I know those aren't palm trees, but you know what I mean. Pretty cool. Oh, wow, it's surrounded by... Holy crap, look at all this. Wow. This is definitely the type of stadium you'd see in like Mexico or, you know, some other country, not in the United States. I like the roof on top. So clean. Sluggish Moth. Wow. Look at that. I don't know. We might have a new thumbnail. It's a battle. That just looks so cool. I don't know how I cannot have that as the thumbnail. I'm sorry, was it Groveling Bump? Who was going to take the thumbnail? But that's excellent. Look at all that. Very tediously connected. Same thing with the lights and the roof. Man, and the second deck here. Outstanding. And of course, it looks like it's buried into the ground. I don't use this word much, but are you ready for it? Marvelous. I'm a Billy Crystal guy. Watched City Slickers recently. It's a good movie. Forget how funny that movie is. A lot of baseball talk in it. I mean, Billy Crystal's a baseball guy. He loves his Yankees. I like this little concourse back behind the batter's eye also. Sluggish Moth has had some great stuff lately, and this is nothing short than that. Oh, I didn't really think it left field that much. Oh, look at this. There's like a building all the way through. Fantastic. My wife's finally done with she fell asleep watching the finale of Superstore now. Brooklyn Nine-Nine's on. I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Nine-Nine! All right, Sluggish Moth. Thanks, man. Excellent, excellent. And you great work with rounding off the home run fence, too. Said it before, I'll say it again. We need a rounded template. There's still plenty of stadiums that use that rounded look. All right. Moving on. Thank you, Sluggish Moth. Somebody else that seems like we haven't seen from in a while is Lemur F. Baby. He's sending us High C Arena in San Bernardino, California. Has an altitude of 2,000 feet and was built in 1992. So is this a real stadium or is this fictional? Oh, he's using all chain link fences back here. Okay. You got a bullpen over here. Oh, wait, no. Lemur F Baby. We just saw a stadium from Lemur F Baby, didn't we? I might be getting him mixed up. This definitely isn't the same look as most of his stadiums, though, but it's still super cool. Three decks around and behind, looking great. Then you got this little custom building in here. Excellent. Then he's using the Dinosaur Crossing building to close off the bullpen here. Interesting idea, but I'm on board with it. I like this second deck here of bleachers. Center field, you got that cool deck as well with a big restaurant that curls all the way around. Is there anything in here? Looks like he's got singers to use the light, right? Oh, and it circles the outside. Lemur F Baby. Excellent. I like using that sign as a pillar too. For a second, it looked like those. It looks like. Doesn't it look like from this angle that those scoreboards are on a ceiling? They look like they're flat looking down at us. Weird. All right. Well, in here, it looks like he's got that antiques building to use the garage door for grounds crew. New batter's eye. Looks great. Thank you, sir. His stadiums are often pretty enclosed, right? Looks great lit up. Fantastic. Thank you, sir. I dig your work. Our second to last stadium of the video comes to us from Big Impact. He asks us to show Impact Financial Field in Towson, Maryland. My buddy used to live in Towson, or at least close to Towson. Is there a college there? I think he went to Towson University. Altitude of 100 feet, built into the year 2024. And in the last video, in the premiere of the last video that I just watched, he said that he hid canoes on me. Is there a hidden canoe in here? I'm going to have to look especially deep. But look at the stadium. Fantastic. Look at all these layers of decks behind the waterfall. Excellent. Cool idea. Throwing the signs in the middle of the water, too. Fantastic. 3 layers of bleachers over here in right center field. New school batter's eye. Some retired numbers, 4, 8, 23, 42, and 44. Definitely dig these 3. 8 is Yogi, I guess. Low 4 is Lou Gehrig. Then you got home plate. And the pitcher's rubber over here. With custom bullpen. Fantastic. Double layered. And then I like this grass on top. Fantastic. Ooh, you got the Hall of Fame Casino out here. Oh, and these people are on a pool. Look at that. Awesome. This is really nice. I want to play me some poker. Man, we usually play the first Friday of every month, and with the 4th of July being this Thursday, we didn't think we'd get a lot of people, so we moved July's event to October. So I don't get to play until August. So I'm Jones for some poker. Using the hologram or the holograph. Holomid. The panels to keep our artificial life from falling into the waterfall. Excellent. This whole section is amazing. Impact Financial Field. I dig it. Oh, look at this. This little area gets their own cold drinks. Oh, this is a bullpen. Doom, 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 doom. I don't know if you can hear it in the background or not. B99 fans, anybody? Anybody? So good. So funny. Hit it here, right on the scoreboard. Excellent. He says this is only his 3rd stadium. I feel like I've shown more than 3. I guess not. But he's been in a lot of the premiere videos and the streams. Big Impact's good dude. Welcome to Impact Financial Field. Put a little gate out here. Well, this is probably my favorite of yours, Big Impact. I love this whole section. This is all great. Oh, he's got the steps taking you down here. Awesome. I didn't even notice the seats over here. Oh, I like this too. Kind of capping off the escalator. Fun. Oh, let's take a look. Oh, 2 layers of broadcast seats or broadcast booths or official scoring booths. Great work, Big Impact. I love it. Great concourses. Oh, this escalator will take you up and down here too. Pizza King. You know, I worked at a pizza shop for 8 years, and I've carried some of that pizza making skills into my home life. I make me a pretty mean pizza. I'm not going to lie, especially buffalo chicken. I nail me a good buffalo chicken pizza. This is really fun, too. I really like that. Everyone's hanging out in the pool, looking at the scoreboard in front of the Hall of Fame Casino. Man, I want to play some poker. All right. Great work. Did I turn the lights on yet? Great work. Big Impact. Fantastic stadium. Only your 3rd. I can't believe that. Okay, I was cleaning out the queue and all ready to wrap up this video, but then I noticed that RC4625 had a remake or an edit of a Sewell 21 stadium that I believe I showed. I showed a remake of the stadium in the last video I did. I think it was by Braves fan. Am I right? This one is Oceanside edit with Legends deck. No anomalies. Had to fix the anomaly in right field. It's in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Has an altitude of 26 feet and built in 2024. And this still looks pretty much the same, right? If I'm not mistaken. And it looks freaking gorgeous, of course. Is this new? Or is that always like that? Kind of jolting in right there. And then right field, obviously, is where the anomaly... Look at this. That looks great. Good idea. This is a Legends deck. Now, how did he create all this stuff? Oh, okay. It's just the corners of shipping containers sticking out. And then using that one yellow building. Okay. Excellent. Kept the ship in there. Added some home run distances. I don't know if they were there. Oh, look, they custom made a 6. I used a G. How did you custom make the 6? Did you bury some? Is that a 3 and a? Well, obviously not a 3. An E and what? Let's get in here. Okay, 2 E's. All right, I see how you did it now. Good idea. Just bury the rest of the 3. 360 down the left field line. Wow. That's a poke. This is beautiful, this little deck. Nice group of stairs. Again, Sewell and RC4625. You got to forgive me. I don't remember who did what. But I guess I can tell you what he did. He left some notes. I love the notes. I encourage the notes. It's very cool to hear methods to your madness and, you know, to find out if it's a real stadium or if it's one you created or whatever. But he said he tweaked right field a little bit, calling the Legends deck in right field. The yellow black wall is his favorite part on that side of the field. And, of course, the splashdown in the water and left was fantastic, so he left that. He did edit the fencing to better accommodate my needs in left center field. So it sounds like this maybe was new. But, yeah, this over here, the Legends deck, is all him. So, yeah, I think this is one of the first stadiums, right, that Sewell streamed fixing the anomalies. Which this looks great. This up here looks fantastic. I remember Sewell having these guys, right? At least he had the ones down here. Now this is cool, having the little tables right there. Beautiful. And the Creole dugouts hanging out in there with a fish mouth entrance. Then you got this little walkway to take you around. Excellent. Yeah, I always like to sneak in remixes. Again, I can't remember if the walls were that quirky or not, but I mean, the first thing that I always think of this stadium is out here because this looks so good. I'm not sure he had the Hall of Fame circle out here. Oh, and I like the little light. Those don't work, do they? Oh, they do a little. They light up. They just don't cast a light, I guess. But yeah, great work by both of you guys. I mean, Oceanside was always a great park. It's been tinkered with quite a bit. Carmen's dad did a version of it, and Braves fan. Very nice indeed. I always find it tough when you get super creative with these, you know, multi-layered restaurants in this beautiful bay or port, whatever you want to call this water area out here. And then right field's kind of stuck on land. It gets tough, you know, to get creative with the other side when you've already, you know, gone crazy over here. But, I mean, it looks amazing. Great work all around, fellas. Sorry, one extra stadium that I wanted to show this video, but I think it was worth popping in. I always like to sneak in those remixes when I can because, like I've said many, many times before, I always find it so flattering and thought it was so fun to see other people's interpretations of my work. And it's just as fun watching your guys' interpretations on each other's work. So I love the remix idea. I wish we would do it more. But fantastic. I love it. Thanks, RC4625 and Sewell21. Make the phone call and he shall answer. In the last video, I wondered, where's Murph? Where's Murph? We haven't seen Murph in a while. Well, turns out there were 3 of his stadiums sitting in the queue. Couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted to show, but then I saw something in right field that made me sing one of my favorite oldie songs. This is Del Mar Grounds in University City, Missouri. 5,000 feet is the altitude, and it was built in 1988. This is another fictitious stadium inspired by another St. Louis area, the Del Mar Loop. So let me take you out to right field where I saw Blueberry Hill Bar. And I saw that, and I just started singing, I found my thrill on Blueberry Hill. On Blueberry Hill, where I found you. Now my wife's mad at me for singing in the other room when she's trying to sleep. Delmar Loop Lofts. Look at that. No, we're apart. And then you got the loop. Excellent. Delmar Hall. And there's that building again with that rooftop party area. The pageant. Excellent work. I mean, it's Murph. I mean, what do you expect? Oh, and then he's got the funky gas station out here. A Moco fill station. There it is again. Can you handle the heat? And then these are the new, right, contemporary buildings. Well, so are these, though, right? Then you got a little concert going on outside. These guys are... Look at all this in here. Holy crap. Is this from Singers? Yep, look at that. He buried Singers. Excellent. So you get these little speakers. He's got this whole freaking setup in here using letters. A couple O's back here. These people are, what, running the music or something? Where are these seats from? Is this also from Singers? Oh, no, they're not seats. They're napkin holders. Oh, man. So fun. Murph. Ugh. I couldn't think of the rest of the lyrics. Though we're apart, I'll think of you still, or something like that. I don't know. I love that song. He also sings, who's that? Fats Domino, right? I'm walking. Yes, indeed, I'm talking about you and me. I'm hoping that you come back to me. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Delmore Grounds. There's a perfect entrance to the stadium. Excellent little village behind as well. Gorgeous. Now, was this another one of those city parks? I know, Murph. I must confess, I didn't pay as close attention to the Sewell's contest as I should have or wanted to or meant to. But it was this year's submission to that. It's perfect. Little tiny minor league type. You get the fun zone over here with a bunch of playgrounds and batting cages and picnic tables and just for kids restaurants, and it's got 2 levels of seating, so it's not teeny tiny. Fantastic. Murph is as good as they come. He's proved it time and time again. Thank you, Murph. And thank you to everybody who sent a stadium. I feel like this may be my best video ever because your guys' stadiums are so freaking good. So many stadiums in here. I was just blown away. So, yeah, thank you guys once again for making my videos so strong. Couldn't do it without you guys. So keep creating them. Keep sending them my way, and I'll keep showing them for you. I would like you to keep in mind that Respect the Pick is out there. The podcast with my nephew and my brother. You can find it right here on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Keep your eyes and ears open for that video reintroducing all the RDL teams that may need a stadium. I'm going to try to sort through this mess over the weekend. So, yeah. If you have a stadium that you want shown right here on Studio 44, I hope you know what to do by now. Follow the link right here in the video description or on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook page, right to a Google form that you can fill out, and it comes directly to me and lets me know that you want that stadium shown. I'm encouraging the comments. I've had so many stadiums without comments, and that's fine. But at the same time, I just love hearing, hey, is this a real stadium? Did you make this up? Is this based on this? Is it based on that? Is it a remix? Stuff like that. So, yeah, any information that you can put in that comments, please, by all means, do. Like this video if you did, in fact, like it. Please subscribe to the channel and keep an eye out also for my store. New merch is coming and available for you to purchase: shirts, mugs, coasters, sweatshirts. So I'm rambling. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We'll catch y'all very soon.